Name is Nur Imanada binti Mumawazi, A75A52, ACT 3513K2. First, we need to key in data from the table given, which is borrower table, lender table, and appraiser table. First, borrower table. Add the borrower ID, next last name, and then first name, and then current address, rate mode amount, lender ID, and last, appraiser ID. And then create another table for lender table. First, create lender ID, and then lender name, and then lender address, and then create another table for appraiser table. First, appraiser ID, next, appraiser name, and then key in the data from the table given. and then key in the data in the lender table. And last, key in the data in the appraiser table. Next step is doing a relationship between three tables, which is borrower table, lender table, and appraiser table. Before that, we need to primary key borrower ID, lender ID, and appraiser ID. And then link the appraiser ID to the appraiser ID under appraiser table. Same as lender ID, link a lender ID to the lender ID under lender table. Next step is create a query A anti-query F. First, we need to create query A and then add borrower table, appraiser table, and lender table. Fill a borrower ID, last name, and appraiser name under appraiser table. And then fill the criteria which is Advanced Appraiser under appraiser name. And then click run, and this is the result. Next, create query 2, which is add 3 table and then field appraiser ID, appraiser name, and then field the sort, which is ascending under appraiser name. For the criteria is like star D star, and then click run, and this is the result for query 2. Next, create query 3, add 3 table, fill the lender name, borrower ID, and remote amount. Last is appraiser ID. For the criteria, field number 8 under appraiser ID, and then click run, and this is the result for query 3. Create query 4, add 3 table, and then field lender name, appraiser name, remote amount. For criteria, under remote amount, type more than 100,000, and then click run, and this is the result for query 4. And then create query 5, add 3 table, and then field lender ID, lender name, and remote amount. For sort, under remote amount, type descending and click run, and this is the result for query 5. And last is query 6. Add 2 table, which is appraiser table and borrower table, and then fill with appraiser name and borrower ID. For total, under borrower ID, change to count, and borrower ID change to count of appraiser. And then click run, and this is the result for query 6. That's all from me. Thank you.